Hi, I just finished Denali National Park visit, and I figure I'd give you a few tips of my experience. It's really good. If you have a chance, do take the trip up to Alaska, Denali, Alaska. Anyway, so I flew into Anchorage, and it was 9:30 at night, and I was going to drive for a good 3+ hours up to Denali National Park. But I decided against it because before sunset I only have about 2 hours, because the sunset in August is about 11 o'clock, 11:30, and I only have 2 hours daylight window, and I didn't want to risk it because I may run into wildlife the road up to Denali National Park. Anyway, so I stayed in Anchorage, and then drove the next morning. I got my coffee, drove 3+ hours to Denali National Park, and checked into the Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge. It's a very nice lodge, but it's not cheap. But I guess it's for the four of us, and there are two queen-size beds, so that would do justify the expense of staying in Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge. You have to book it early. I did book it very early. I think I booked it in probably March or April for my August trip. So, because there's just so few of them available right outside at the park entrance. Anyway, so when I got there, got to the Denali National Park, it was around probably 2 p.m., almost 3 p.m., and I visited the visitor center, and I decided to hike a little bit around the Denali Visitor Center instead of checking into the hotel. Anyhow, the weather was actually raining, but it was on and off, so we got a good half an hour window of break from the rain, so we just took a quick hike for about half a mile, along the Spruce Forest trail, or actually around the Denali Visitor Center. It was a nice trail because it leads to a bridge, and then to a suspension bridge. And then over a small river creek. Let me show you that trail near the Denali Visitor Center. So it was quite a nice walk to relax, because we were all sore from driving a good 3+ hours, 4 hours to Denali National Park, because we did have to get gas before we arrive in Denali National Park. We didn't know whether or not there are gas stations. And as a matter of fact, we made the right decision to get the gas in Anchorage, because at the park entrance, or just a few miles outside of the park, the gasoline was $3.99 per gallon, rather than the $3.20 cents, per gallon. So we saved 80 cents per gallon, by filling up the gas in Anchorage instead of at the Denali National Park. The other thing was, at the Anchorage, we were upgraded to this. What's the car? I can't remember now. I booked a full-size vehicle instead, rental, but I was upgraded to an SUV, which was really nice, because when you sit on high up when you sit in your SUV, which is typically higher than the 4-car sedans or 4-door sedans. You actually ride in the car higher, so you can see better over the grass or over the meadow, and into the woods or whatever, to be able to, or the meadow or river, you can see better. Because you're riding in the cars, much higher than an SUV, much higher than a typical car. So that was a bonus, a surprise too. Anyway, so visitor center. I don't want to tell you that trail, but you know what? When you go to the Denali National Park, at the gate, at the entrance, of course, get off and get down to take a picture with the entrance, Denali entrance, National Park entrance sign. We did that as everybody else. Anyway, let's see. Where is the trail map? Yeah, this is the trail map. I don't think you can see it too clearly, but just so you see here. So the Wilderness Lodge is actually just outside of this Denali National Park, which is a couple miles further north, and we have to stay outside of the park because I made a reservation to take a shuttle bus, which costs us $35 per person. It's not cheap, but it's cheaper than the narrated tour bus, which I'll show you in a minute. They're much more money for the ride. It's a 9 hours round trip from the Wilderness Center, Access Center, which is right next to the Denali Visitor Center at the park entrance. This shuttle bus ride is going to take us all the way to Eielson Visitor Center at milepost 66, which is this one here, the green one. And this is only 2/3 of the way, because there's another 1/3 left all the way to the Wonder Lake or whatever. So the entire Denali National Park road is about 90 miles from here to the Eielson, this green arrow here, which is about 66. So that's like 2/3 of the way, and which is going to take 9 hours for a shuttle bus to go and come back to the starting point. 9 hours bus ride. You can get off to take water leak, and we actually were able to get off to at Eielson Visitor Center to have lunch. You have to pack your own lunch. By the way, we did not order in advance at the Princess Wilderness Lodge for our lunch. So we actually bought 2 breakfasts, and one for the morning and one for the lunch at Eielson Visitor Center for us to eat. So that's how we did it for our lunch. It was 9 hours. I didn't want to do the 12 hours to Wonder Lake because it was just too much to ride on a bus. Even though you can get off every 10 miles, but it's still too much to bear to sit in a bus for 12 hours. Plus, remember the weather was not that great. As a matter of fact, when I checked in, I almost wanted to cancel the shuttle bus ride because it was raining on and off, and it's not going to be a good day for the next day, which was going to be a Sunday bus ride to see the Denali National Park. Anyhow, it turned out to be a surprise. I'll tell you in a minute. Anyway, so let me move on. So don't miss this trail, Spruce Forest Trail, the suspension bridge. We took a lot of pictures here too. Anyhow, so I think it was about 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. and we finished visiting the. Or no, sorry, take it back. We got to the Denali about 3 p.m. So we finished the hike around 4:35 p.m. So we drove 10 miles west on the Denali National Park road to the Savage River, and that's the furthest point you can drive during the summertime, which is right here, Savage River, on this map here. So what we did was we got off and we parked our car and we just hike along the river and the Savage Canyon, a round trip back to Savage River parking lot. We had to cross the bridge to get back to the parking lot, but it was okay because it was beautiful. Okay, it's highly recommended for this short 2 miles round trip hike at the Savage River trail. It's really beautiful. So that took us an hour and about 2 miles for this Savage River Loop trail. And there's at the halfway in this trail, there is a road bridge, a very short one, probably just 10 yards long, for you to make a U-turn to cross over the Savage River in Kenya. It's truly beautiful. You don't want to miss it. And then at around 6 p.m., about 6:30 or 7 p.m., we drove a mile to the mountain vista. So we drove back because you can't go any further west. You can only turn back. So we turned back east, drove only 1 mile to this mountain vista rest area. So we just turned in to our right. It's an eastbound, so right hand side, and we were able to overlook the mountains far away and oversee see the meadow down below, which is really beautiful. And of course, on our way back to the Denali Visitor Center and the park entrance, we encountered the first animal of the Denali National Park, which is the moose. We saw tons of moose on our way back at about milepost 6 of the Denali National Park road. I'll show you the pictures in a minute. So that was the first animal, and the moose was actually they were feeding alongside of the road, and they a few of them actually crossed over the road. So we all got a few good pictures and videos. So we on our way back at a milepost about, I think milepost about 2 or 1, we found another trail that's called a Horseshoe Lake Trail. It's about 3.2 miles. I think it's round trip, not each way. But anyway, it took us another 2 hours to hike that trail. It was truly a beautiful trail as well, and you get to hike along the Nana River and back to the parking lot next to the railroad track. The elevation goes up and down, but it's truly beautiful, and you get to go around this beautiful horseshoe lake. And then we check in at the hotel at about 9 o'clock. We had dinner 9 p.m. Okay, so we had dinner, and then we went to sleep, and then next morning, Sunday morning, August 23rd, we took the shuttle bus at 6:30. So we had to get up at about 4 o'clock, 4:30, in order to get us ready and also check out the Denali Princess Lodge and drive our car to the Wilderness Center Access Center, which is at milepost 1 on the Denali National Park Road, next to the Denali Visitor Center. Again, like I mentioned, this is a shuttle bus, total for 9 hours, $35 each person. It starts at 6:30. The bus leave at 6:30 and come back around 3:30. The bus actually came back an hour early, so we got back to the visitor center at about 2:30 that Sunday afternoon. And when we arrived at the Eielson Visitor Center, we got to watch a free short film to see how people climb the Mount McKinley the tallest mountain in North America. It's over 20,000 feet high. And in this 9 hours bus ride, we saw the big 5 animals of the 6 animals. The bus driver commented to us that we were truly lucky because 95% of the time was dry, only 5% of the time was rain and snow. Yeah, believe it or not, Denali National Park actually got snow in the higher elevation of the park, part of the park in August. Anyway, he commented that the last time he saw the big 5 animals was 5 years ago, so we were extremely lucky that day. So let me show you what are the 5 animals. As 6 animals. As you can see the picture here, the first one is the grizzly bears, and the second one is the dall sheep, which is the mountain goat sheep. These guys, we saw them as white dots up way high up in the mountains as the bus driver pointed them out to us along the shuttle ride to Denali Visitor Center. The next animal is called caribou. It's a bigger kind of deer. As you can see, the eyes over here, and the face, and the horns, you know, and of course so we saw a few of them. I'll show you the pictures in a second. Same thing. The fourth one was the moose. Of course, you know, this is a male that has big horns, but the female does not have the big horns. Now the number 5 animal is actually the white wolves, and as you can see, this looks just like a dog. You know, I mean, if I don't tell you, you probably don't even think that's a wolf. Anyway, that's a wild white wolf. So we actually saw this on our way back, and in the afternoon about 2 o'clock, and this white wolf was actually pacing back and forth along the road and crossing the road. So tons of bus passengers and car drivers or passengers all got a good chance to take a good look of the white wolf. The last animal is red fox. We did not get to see any red fox. Okay, I mean, I actually have seen quite a few foxes around my neighborhood. So this is the red fox to me. It's not, you know. But in any case, we were able to see big 5 out of big 6 animals in Denali National Park, which is amazing, truly amazing. So let me show you the picture now. Oh, here we go. So as you can see, this is a bear. He was actually, it's a video. I actually put it on YouTube. So go to my channel. Here, I'll show you my channel in a sec. Not this one here. Right here. So I actually put it up here, so you can see. And the title of the video is called "A Big Bear Playing the Denali National Park." Okay, it's a video I caught on iPhone. Pretty see the road reaching to scratch. Anyway, look, he's scratching his. So he's using the road scratches. It's truly a great show there. Anyway, go to the channel and you will be able to see it. YouTube Enjoy Efficient 1. Anyhow, so where is my next thing? Oh, I want to show you the pictures of the other animals that I saw. So this is the bear picture. This is a caribou. I don't know if you can see the caribou right here. You can see the caribou. I zoom in. The horns and the face and the white rear. And then let me show you the next one. You see here, he's down to feed his tip. Anyway, so here's another look. Here's another look. Almost bare. Here's another look. Just the rear, the white rear, there is a moose feeding along another closer look. That's a feed. You can see in a couple feeding on the side of the road. Don't misunderstand. They will charge you if you get too close to them. And you can easily be killed by these humongous moose. They're so heavy, they're so huge, and they are easy. Can kill you. See this big moose crossing the road? So we had a big. That's another one. And this one is very interesting. We were in the bus, and somebody actually saw this moose in the river. As you can see, he is actually in the river. This one is a male. He has horns, as you can see. And then he's crossing and trying to cross the river. He's stepping. Here's a moose away. I got this picture. On 70 to 5 millimeter. The white wolf, and here is another look of it, and here's another look of it. Here's another look, another look, another look. You can see this one better. As you can see, it looks a lot like a dog. Now here's another better look. You can see it's almost like a dog. It's a white wolf. Okay, he was just pacing along the road. So that's the 5 of the 6 animals we were able to see at Denali National Park. Let me show you a few things here. It's very, very expensive. So kudos the National Park Service of the federal government. Because they created this website for Denali National Park, so you can find the trail information of Denali National Park or even any other parks. They have good trail descriptions, and they also have videos, photos of these trails that you can explore before your trip. And then, of course, here is the bus fees. And kudos to National Park again. As you can see, this is the one, the Denali Visitor Center, 9 hours for $35. Children 15 and under rides free. Adults 16 and older, $35. There's no senior citizen discount. So anyway, they may have some later. Who knows? And then of course, if you stay longer, you have the 3 for 2 6-pack and so forth. Tour bus. These are with narrated tour. For the same, they don't have the Denali Visitor Center. In any case, as you can see, starts at $70. It's very expensive for adults, and goes all the way up to $165. I never took those bus tours, so feel free to comment or add to this video. And remember, there is a $10 entrance fee if you have the access pass, and of course at the end of the shuttle bus ride you can ask for a refund. As you can see, this is where I made my bus reservation online, I paid the $35 for the 4 of us, each for the 4 of us, and so it's not cheap. But you know what? It's well worth the money because it's truly beautiful, and you get to see all the wild animals. If you're lucky, you may be able to see 6 of them. Anyway, so that's my Denali trip. I just want to share with you guys. Thank you for watching, and